striving to achieve something and never giving up. You've got to have that resilience. And how do you achieve that? What is it that you do to have that resilience?
Well, like this, Faye, when people wanted to have a very great well-being and fit body, let's say, they were going to the gym, right? Because they wanted to exercise. Resilience is something that you want to build. It's a muscle. Like I call it like a resilience muscle. It's not something that you will get it right from the beginning, but what I would suggest and I would say resilience coming from really going back to upgrading your mindset.
Yeah.
Because you cannot have a resilience or build a resilience muscle if you having the mindset of I can't achieve it, I would never be that. It's for me, everything we do is if we can actually hack our brain and telling our brain we are in charge today, not you, is we are in control, then you know the things that you can do to overcome all the challenges and building the resilience muscle.
Yeah, and I'm just going to read a quote that you've got at the beginning of your chapter on resilience. Joy collected over time fuels resilience, ensuring we'll have reservoirs of emotional strength when hard things do happen. And that's Brene Brown, and she's absolutely a brilliant woman. And one of resilience at plus, that woman keeps coming back, and a big inspiration to us all. So, yeah, absolutely fascinating. And resilience, you've got to build that muscle.
Yeah.
You've got to, you can't do it without it, and it's really important. Another one is manifestation. Now, the manifestation, we can manifest anything, as you say, and that is so true. We can manifest anything if we want to, and we are ready to apply and take action.
Yeah. So in my book, I talk about manifestation is different from, and I'm just going to say praying or wishful thinking.
Yeah.
And manifestation is you have a dream that you wanted to achieve, then you feel it, you believe it, you can see it, you embody it, and you take action towards it. A lot of people that not be able to manifest things in their life is because it was just a wishful thinking, and they think, oh, if I meditate for 5 minutes, universe is going to give it to me.
Oh, I don't think so.
And me having, because I'm Asian, just in case if you can't tell, having a very rich Chinese background as well, because my dad is a Burmese Chinese. My dad is big on Chinese metaphysics, and for me, when we're listening and actually learning from a Chinese metaphysics perspective, was what we can do to create and manifest the thing we want with the universe. Now, manifest things in universe makes no different than you doing a business deal, by the way. And what I mean by that is let's say if you want to achieve a certain goals and dream, you're also going to tell the universe what are you going to do for you to get it. So it's almost writing a business proposal and say, okay, in order for me to get ABC, the first step I'm going to do is this, the second step I'm going to do is this, and the third step I'm going to do this. And universe, can you have a look and see, does that require or does that fair? And then we go and use it to manifest it.
To make it happen, take the action.
That's right.
The plan to make it happen and take the action. And with the, I like your quote here for manifestation, thoughts become things. If you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. And that's Bob Proctor, who just recently passed away.
Yeah.
And this is the book here. So if you can see it there, go buy it. Where's it available?
Yeah, so it's actually on my website. So it's www.youwantgroup.com. So it's YOUWANTGROUP.com. And it will have this little pop-up little box there, then you can purchase it.
Well, I got mine, and mine's signed there.
Yeah.
So, and I will read that too. But you wanted to say thank you to the person that wrote the foreword for you.
So my books, I'm very grateful not only that it become the #1 Amazon bestseller, but also that it has endorsed by many community leaders. So I'm very grateful and lucky enough to have the Mayor of Manningham, Michelle, written one of the preface. And also I've got Victorian Multicultural Commission's Vivian to write my other forward. And also I have endorsed by, which is something that I'm very close to, Mental Health Foundation Australia, the chairperson Fazan was able to actually give me many endorsements from other community leaders as well, which again give me the strength also to keep promoting my book, but not promoting the book as from a brand perspective, but promoting the book as in, again, you can be the leader you want to be. There's a lot of quite easy chapters, and at the end of each chapter we actually have exercise, so we have questions and also reflections for everyone to actually go back and look into it. So therefore it's almost like a step-by-step guide for leadership. Then we all know that, hey, we're not just reading the book, because we talk about strategy, right?
Yeah.
Because I know people are going to go back and read and not doing anything. Now you're actually taking action.
Take action, yeah.
Each chapter, at the end of the chapter, you get to think. It's food for thoughts, and you get to write things, get to think about what you want to do, what are some of the action that you could take. And for me, that is important, because I could sitting here all day talk about leadership, but at the end of the day, if no one taking action, I'm not doing a great job either.
Yeah, because you're not inspiring them. I like this bit here. Be your authentic self. It's okay to be vulnerable and authentic. Know that you are neither an angel nor a devil, positive nor negative. You are just being you. Your true self inspires others as it shows your passion and your love. And it's so true.
Yeah.
Being your authentic self is extremely powerful.
Yeah.
For yourself and for others, because others can, see, feel, and hear.
Yeah. And the reason why I talk about you non-positive or negative, you are non-angels or devil, is because we all have the side that where you might not want people to see it. And I'm just only saying that because fear of being judged, right?
Yep.
And by really
Absolutely.
allowing you and everybody to see the good side or the so-called bad side, that you're no longer being in too positive or too negative. You're in the middle, and you be able to actually make conscious decisions without bias.
Yeah. And another bit here is commitment. Stay committed to your lives and goals, knowing there is a compelling reason to do whatever it takes to get there. And that means just taking the action and really believe that what you want is yours.
Yeah, correct. And what are you willing to commit to get there? Because again, what are you willing to give up? Are you going to give up watching Netflix 10 hours a day so then you can go and study something, right? So to be whatever you want to be, or are you willing to give up eating that cake that you really love, and then you want to make sure that you're going to the gym? The choice is yours. At the end of the day, we all have a choice.
And it's ask yourself, why do you want to do team building? And it's not just team building because you're working in an organization. It's team building with the people that you surround yourself with. They're your team. Your friends are your team. They're your greatest support. And if they're not, say bye-bye. But it's really important that you have those people around you. They say 5. You can have more if you want. But make sure they're people that actually do truly and honestly support and want to support you, and know that you've got it and they've got your back.
Yeah, and when I look at team building, it could be team building with your team. It could be team building that with your partner. It could be team building with your family, or even with your friends. For me, having that bond building, whether that it's really enhancing a relationship, whether it's professional or personal relationship.
Yeah, and there's just so much in this, isn't there? We could talk all day.
Yeah.
I
could sleep here.
Well, you can sleep here on your own. I'm not doing that. Not doing
I'll end
that.
up using this microphone to sing karaoke.
Oh, I went to a birthday party on a Saturday night and they had karaoke. I wasn't joining in the karaoke, but it was fun watching. It was absolute fun watching.
Well, you need to join my karaoke
Oh,
party then.
oh, it just absolutely terrifies me. Thinking, singing and people can hear me? No way. That if they want to be in pain.
Well, if you don't sing, you can dance.
Oh well, I can do that. I can do that. You've got here set realistic goals. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. We, from a manifestation standpoint, we talk about the realm of possibility. So now, okay, and I'm going to break it down by saying I'm going to use $1 million, right? Because it's easier.
Yeah, it is. And it's
for
only
me to say.
250,000. It's 250,000 4 times.
That's right. So let's say if you want to setting a goal and say you want to achieve $1 million next month, okay? So let's
Okay,
just say,
I want to do that. Yep.
and what you want to actually look at is have you done something like this before? If you have done something like this before or close enough, it's easier for you to get there, which is fast.
Yes.
But if you haven't done anything like this before, the time frame is quite short, which means that you're probably not going to sleep, and depends where you're at. So if you currently, and I'm going to use example, and I have that in my book, if you're currently earning $100 a month, and you want to be achieving $1 million in next month, see the gap is quite huge.
Only $999,000, whatever.
Yeah, and we're not
Oh,
saying
no,
that
not
you
quite.
can't achieve it. It's possible for you to achieve $1 million, right?
Yeah.
What we're saying is not in the realm of possibility yet.
Mm.
Why don't we shorten it instead of $1 million? Let's get to $1,000 a month first.
Yeah.
So that's what
Chunk
we talk
it.
about, realistic goals, right?
Yeah.
And there's plenty of smart goals there for
Mm.
you, example in Google for you to search. But I guess the whole idea is if you know that it's easier for you to achieve, you have a time frame,
Mm-hmm.
you know that it's achievable. Those usually is the example for you to get there. Than knowing that, okay, well, if I can achieve 1,000, then I know that I can achieve 10,000, and then I can achieve 100,000. But you just have to go through. It's like playing games, right? You're level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
You kill
Yeah.
the monster and you go to the next level.
Yeah.
So go to level 1 first, and then you will go to level 2, and eventually that you will find it's actually easier to achieve, because otherwise that you actually setting yourself a disappointment if
Yes.
you can't achieve it, and then you get demotivated
Yes.
and think, well, I can't achieve goals. Well,
Why
someone-
would I bother?
yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
Iris told me that I could achieve anything that I want now, but
And she told me lies.
yeah, and she's on the radio show.
But you can, but you have to do it the right way.
Yes, right strategy, right?
Yeah, the right strategy, and put that plan in place and chunk
Yeah.
it and just chip away at it. I mean, creating a business and having a successful business doesn't happen overnight.
No, I wish
Yeah.
I could say that overnight, but it didn't happen to me.
And it takes a long time. But you've set your goals, you chip away at it, you achieve that, then you move on to the next one, and then the next one after they're all achieved. And voila, you're there.
Yeah.
Without you knowing it, realizing that you've done all the hard work to achieve what you wanted.
Well, what I have achieved today was pretty much set that in my journal a few years ago. And when I first started, I thought, well, I was going to achieve it the next week. But it really depends that, if you did have a right strategy, again, going back to it, some of the items that I get to achieve faster, some of the items that it takes me longer to achieve it, doesn't mean that I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's just taking me a longer time, and for me to have the expectation knowing that it's okay to give myself this time frame to achieve it.
Absolutely. Now we're coming to the end of the show. So what one tip would you give the listeners to show their vulnerability, show up and start working for their first goal?
Well, you only have one. I was going to say three.
Oh, well, three, but you know.
Yeah. So for anything, I guess the free advice I always give it to all my clients and people, the first one is, you know how people always say time is money?
Yes.
And I'm going to disagree it. Time is not money. Time is actually more valuable than money.
Mm-hmm. I'll actually agree with you there.
Yeah. Money you can earn anywhere, anyhow. You can earn $1, right? Even just like this. But time you can't get back. You can't actually go back and say, I want that time back.
Can't get it.
We all only have 24 hours a day. You have someone's like Richard Branson, ultra successful, right? So there's no excuse that we can't achieve things that we don't want. It's more about using our time more wisely.
Yes.
In terms of how we want to show up. Now, there will be plenty of opportunities out there. Not all the opportunities that right there for you and ready for you right this moment. So again, choosing the time wisely and knowing that, okay, pick and choose what will help you and leverage that in order for you to achieve the goal you want. The second thing is to link it back to the time is not money, is outsourcing. Because we talk about we only have 24 hours a day and we don't know what we don't know. And when you're not sure how to get there, you want to seek help or finding someone to help you to close that skills, knowledge and experience gap. So then you can achieve the goal faster. I know a lot of businesses when they first started, they usually will go, okay, I'm going to trade my time with money because they don't want to spend the money.
Okay, and we're talking about time here.
Yeah.
So your third thing very quickly.
Yeah, so that's why we just want to make sure that it's an outsource, seek for help.
Yeah.
The third one, I guess, is just have fun.
Yeah.
Along the way.
Beautiful. Thank you, Iris. It's been an absolute joy to have you back on the show. And to see where you've come from to where you are today, I say congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. And you should be very proud of your book and inspiring others to be their better selves. So thank you.
Thank you
so much. Now it is time for the news, and